Did you guys know that there's a video game out called Train Simulator? Yeah, so they have a train simulator. So, you know, I feel like you don't really have to test your kids for autism anymore. You just have to buy them Train Simulator. And if they play for more than 40 minutes, you can check off that box. Dude, I think I have a little bit of autism because I watched the guy play for an hour. So. I was like, oh my god, train's going so fast. But yeah, Hell's Kitchen, that's where Daredevil does his deeds. You guys know who Daredevil is? Yeah, cool. For those of you who don't know, Daredevil, he's a Marvel superhero, and he's blind. And he's one of my favorite superheroes because I think it's cool that Marvel created a role model for blind kids. I think it's very cool, yeah. I just think it's kind of fucked up that they made it comic books, just because, you know. Yeah, they can't see that shit. It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing, dude? You can't even read that shit to blind kids. You should be like, you gotta see the pictures in here. It's incredible. It's so good. The colors are so vibrant. It's amazing. Another big topic of debate is like gun control. And here's one thing I've heard people say. People are like, well, it's not guns that kill people. It's people that kill people. Which is technically true, but you kill so many more people with guns. Could you imagine trying to stab 30 people to death? Like the amount of cardio you would need to do that? You ever try to cut a baguette into like 4 pieces? Dude, it's so hard. I'm just tired afterwards, you know? I've never cut a piece of bread and not done this shit afterwards. Like, oh, I'm cramping down. I'm cramping. Fuck. Honestly, too, dude, if you're able to stab 30 people with a knife and kill them, you deserve those kills, you know what I mean? Yeah, you fucking work for that shit, right? That's hard work. Does anyone here observe Lent? If you don't know, Lent is basically, it's like a Christian thing where you have to give up something for like 40 days. You know, most people give up like tacos or like pizza or something they like, you know? Yeah, I want to see someone give up Christianity for Lent. I think that'd be fantastic. Yeah. Just like for the next 40 days, I'm sucking as much as possible. Just to show Jesus how much I love him. Okay, let's do one more. Let's talk about the Paralympics, then I'll leave. Paralympics, great organization, you know? I'll tell you the fucked up thing about it, though, is like, did you know like it's just like it's like different disabilities competing against each other? They just take all the disabilities and just throw them into one fucking disabled like stew, dude. It's crazy. That's not fair either, bro. How's that fair? You got 2 people running the 100-meter race. One guy has no legs, and the guy's fucking deaf. Come on, bro. You got 2 people swimming. One guy has no arms. Like, has bad allergies. That's the only fucking... Dude, I was at a comedy show, man. This is crazy. I was at this show, and there was this married couple in the front, and they had 2 daughters, right? They had 2 daughters. And the wife points to the husband, and she says, it's because this bitch makes bitches. Yeah, she just called her husband a bitch in front of everybody. Dude, if my girl did that to me, I'm not gonna punch her. But we're playing tackle football at the least. You gotta know, dude. If my girl did that to me, I'm gonna cheat. I'm cheating. I'm gonna cheat, dude. It might take a couple of years because I have no game, but you know, we'll get there. I cannot believe we got like a bunch of 80-year-old people running for president. Just blows my mind, you know? And some people are like, oh, you're not a fan of so-and-so. It's just like, no, I'm not, okay? Just because I would never vote for a guy whose 10-year plan is to be cremated. You know, that's not really my style, right? Like Joe Biden, for instance. That dude's gonna be in an urn in 2 weeks, okay? 2 weeks you go like, Joe Biden's gone. That's your dude? He's fucking old, bro. Everyone in the government is old. The Capitol building at this point is just like the world's biggest retirement home. And anytime I see like a Senate hearing on TV, I'm just like, is this a big game of bingo that's going on? What the fuck? I hope they win that free trip to Florida or whatever the prize is. Dude, the government is so old. If you're 65 years old working in Congress, you're like young. Everyone's like, oh, who's that young hotshot over there? Who's that new kid on the block, you know? For me, man, I work in an office, and you get in some dumb conversations. Like, I remember I was talking to this one recruiter, and he's like, I have this position for you. The hours can be 9 to 5:30 with an hour for lunch. Or what we could do is we could do like a 9 to 5 with like half an hour for lunch. Or what we could do is maybe we could take your lunchtime, split, do like 40. He was talking about lunch for like 20 minutes. He just kept talking about lunch. I was like, okay, I get it. You can change the amount of lunch time you take. But after a while, I was like, I should probably contribute to this conversation. So I was like, could we do like an 8:30 to 5 with an hour for lunch? And he was like, oh, okay, interesting. You're an innovator, aren't you? You're gonna crush it here. I was that's great. I will say that is a huge bummer. The fact that balls get longer. Male balls, yeah. Dude, male balls get longer with age. I can't believe it, dude. I know. I got him, so you can imagine my disappointment. Dude, my balls are already pretty long, man. Are you serious? They're gonna get longer? If that shit goes past my knee, I'm filing for disability. I love talking to insecure people, though. That's one thing I love. Yeah. Love talking to insecure people, especially when those insecurities come out on their own. It's great. Like, I was at a comedy show one time. There's this white dude in the front. The only thing I say to him is shout out to the white dude in the front. He's like, yeah, so I'm white. So I guess I never had to work hard for anything. Right? I'm just like, I didn't say that. You know how sensitive about something you have to be to bring it up without anyone else even mentioning it? Like, if you're on a date and a girl's like, where are you from? You're just like, okay, cat's out of the bag. I got a small dick, all right? Oh, I was talking with my friend who, he has like trouble like flirting with women. I was telling him, I'm like, yeah, you just kind of have to go for it. Just be open with yourself and with the girl and just tell her you like her. And he's like, I don't know, I can't really, I have trouble going to attack mode. I'm like, all right, calm down, you fucking rapist. Attack mode, dude. That's probably why you have trouble with flirting, is because you think of it like attack mode, dude. You're just looking at this girl, I really like her, but I don't want to sexually assault her.
Here's a thought. I think it's weird that suck my is an insult. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. Because if I was arguing with someone, I wouldn't want them to suck my you know? I'd never put my in an angry mouth. If I chomp down, I only got one, you know? It's like that's like the biggest compliment you can pay someone, honestly, right? Because if I want someone to suck my that means I trust them with my genitals. That is a high level of trust, right? I appreciate all you guys coming out tonight. All you guys can suck my honestly, everybody.
I got really bad seasonal allergies, man. That shit sucks. It's the worst, man. Seasonal allergies. It's terrible, man. Dude, my seasonal allergies are so bad, I'm like anti-environment now. Everyone's like, save the rainforest. I'm like, fuck the rainforest, man. These trees are just jizzing my face all day long. Just a giant tree bukkake. You know how stupid I look? I have that I'm about to sneeze face all day long. You know how dumb I look? Just walking around the city like... I look like an idiot. I'm just creeping people out. Parents are moving the kids away from me. Like, I think he's about to jizz his pants a little. Jimmy, move away. He's very hard right now. He's extremely hard. Which isn't even true. That's not even true. I'm soft. That's right, I'm soft around children, and it sounds a little bit weird, but it's actually the correct. It's actually correct, so if you're creeped out right now, fuck off, dude, I'm right. Like, if you ever ask an old person how old they are, they always give the same response. They're like, why didn't you guess? How about you guess how old I am? And then you have to lie to be polite. You gotta be like, I don't know, 16? You look so good, your skin is so smooth. Then they're happy, they're just like, actually, I'm 57. Then you gotta act shocked, like, no way. But in my head, I'm just like, you look 76, motherfucker. Oh yeah, another thing old people complain about, like the older generation, they complain about the fact that like everyone's on their phones nowadays. You know, they don't like that shit, which I think they're just jealous, because life is way better. It's way better with your phone. What were old people doing back in the day? Like, especially like riding the subway or the bus or some shit, you know, just... Everyone's on their phone, especially on the subway, because like, dude, shit happens on the subway, man. Like a homeless guy just across from you just starts pissing. I can just look at Twitter. I'm fine, right? The older generation is just like, oh yeah, nice stream, very strong stream, very good. Very well hydrated, surprising. The old people hate like when young people are on their phones. You know, they really hate like the selfie, right? When young people are like taking selfies. But the thing is, like old people, they use their phone the same way. They're also doing this shit. Not because they're taking a selfie, just because they're all they're all farsighted. They can't. They're trying to read the text from their grandson. That's my mom, dude. My mom could not like have the phone farther away from her face. I think my mom would be the first person to like use a selfie stick to like look at her.